Welcome to ZapCast, the first entertainment-based podcast in the depths of space. I'm your host, Sparky. We got our second command Spur. And our ship mechanic, Crimson.
Hey.
Okay.
So, guys, we're a podcast in space, right?
We are?
We are, yeah. There's been a lot of things going on Earth right now, especially something about Area 51. Do you guys know anything about that?
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. I actually RSVP'd as going.
Sorry, what?
I'm not actually going to be there because I'm terrified. But you know, I did it for the memes.
So, to our viewers out there who don't know, there's been this craze going around that started as a joke on Facebook. It was a Facebook-like event, a fake one, right? Someone made. It was supposed to be a joke, and it was we storm Area 51 on September 20th.
They can't take on all of us.
Yeah,
they can't take all of us. You know, they had like this whole plan. Like Kyle's would start the first attack. And Kyle's just like a meme for like guys who like drink a lot of Monster and to drink and like punch holes into like drywall and stuff.
You can punch hole into a wall of any composition.
And then they have like a second fleet of like Naruto runners. They'll run so fast that like bullets can't get them. And then like
and Sparky, you can't forget the cheek clapper reserves.
All right, and it became such a huge joke that it made media attention on the news, and the military got involved, and they're like we're not like Area 51 is like a test fire zone, right? And we don't want anyone getting hurt. We don't want anyone to get killed. Oh. Right, and they're like we're not scared of forcing legal action on this and arresting people or like pulling out our guns on people, right? Because they treat this as a serious issue.
Well, yeah, I mean it's kind of funny to think about how they have to kind of talk about cheek clapper reserves and Naruto runners. But
they did. They actually had a slideshow presentation at the Pentagon about this issue. They were talking about the Naruto running. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All because of this joke event that the military has to actually see this as a threat. You know?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, Area 51. If you do get within a certain distance, they can use lethal force on you. It doesn't matter who you are.
They will do it because it's a military restricted zone.
And whether or not there are aliens in the whole Area 51 or not, still, and actually, there was a video with the guy who started the event, and he said for the people that actually do show up, they do have something planned for out there. I hope they're not actually I doubt they'll actually plan to storm Area 51, but
they'll probably be some sort of like miniature festival. I don't know.
Yeah, they'll probably like do like a tailgate party, you know?
Yeah, it's like DashCon. I am, as you guys know, I'm an enthusiast. I believe in aliens, and I believe in cryptozoology, and I believe in the paranormal. I am a true believer of this type of thing, but I am also willing to accept that those things might not exist.
So you're a skeptic, more or less.
Kind of, but I used to research like cryptozoology a lot, you know. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if I would be as much as a skeptic, but like I don't know, I wouldn't classify myself as like an expert or like someone who studies in the field. But I'm willing to accept that they could be out there, you know. So I guess it's skeptic, but like I'm also I don't know how to explain it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're talking about.
I would personally never want to go to Area 51.
Oh, me neither.
But, you know, as an alien enthusiast and, like, believing in extraterrestrial stuff, I'm willing to accept or deny that there could be alien activity in Area 51.
Yeah.
It's crazy that celebrities are on board to, like, do it, too. Like, they're like, call me in on the Area 51 raid.
Oh yeah, you got
You know?
Keanu Reeves, Chuck Norris,
Chuck
Betty
Norris,
White.
Gordon Ramsay, Elon Musk, the guy who played Barney in How I Met Your Mother. I forget his name.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
They got Neil Patrick Harris.
Side note on Neil Patrick Harris. I did not know that he makes music as well.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, I just discovered that he made music the other day, and it's actually pretty good stuff for my taste.
A lot of actors have pretty cool music careers.
Yeah.
For a few exceptions, but I just find this crazy that a meme got so big that it made the news.
Oh yeah, and it didn't just make local news; it made international news.
Yeah,
like everyone is seeing this on the news, in all countries on this planet. Like on the news story where the guy who made the event said, "Oh, I have something planned for out there." He was messaged by some guy in Denmark that they made his local news station. So a local Danish news station was covering Area 51. That's how huge this fucking thing is.
it's just crazy because I've never seen a meme get this. I've seen 4chan make it onto the news, but I've never seen something like this make it onto the news. And it's crazy. It's just it kind of reminds me of how for example Pokemon gets on the news because Pokemon is violent, kids I know it's a different thing, but it's so crazy. Something so small gets so big and then it gets media attention.
Well, I mean, it has to do with a top secret government base. So I mean,
yeah.
When you have something that big, and when you get, last I checked, it was 1.3 million people signed up for it. Let me just look real quick to see what it says on there. Okay, now it's 1.9 million people as going and 1.4 million as interested.
Jeez.
So, although, like I said, I'm one of those 1.9 million people who's going,
quote unquote
going.
You can't do it. You're up here in the ship with us, you wingnut.
Well, we can travel at light speeds, so.
And this is a really bad transition, but I really want to talk about the Cats trailer.
Oh yes, Spur, did you see that?
What?
Cats trailer.
Did you see the Cats trailer?
No.
No.
It looks. I don't like the caps I saw.
So you're too afraid to actually see it.
Kinda.
Crimson sent me the Cats trailer, but I didn't see it as a big deal at the time because I thought we were just sharing trailers from Comic-Con and stuff. So I showed you the new Top Gun trailer because I'm oh cool, it's Top Gun sequel, right? I thought we were just sharing trailers, right? And I didn't realize until a couple days after that it was making the rounds on Twitter and Facebook. Taylor Swift fans complaining we don't like this, or them saying the Cat in the Hat movie doesn't look that bad now, or the Sonic the Hedgehog design doesn't look that bad now, and just people comparing it to Michael Myers and the Cat in the Hat from 2003 and how that looks so much better than this CGI stuff, right?
Well, it does. I mean, people.
It does.
If I don't know much about the musical, but I've seen.
I don't know anything about the musical. The trailer tells you absolutely nothing. And I think one of the points of a trailer is that it should tell you about the movie. Even reboots or remakes. The Aladdin trailer, the new Aladdin trailer. There was already an Aladdin movie from the 90s, but we already know the story. But the trailer for the movie still told you about the movie, even though we already know what happens. The Cats trailer tells you nothing. And I've never seen the play, and you haven't either. So how are we supposed to gather what the play is, what the source material is about, if we don't know in the trailer? The trailer literally shows us these really bad CGI, and occasionally singing, and them dancing. But what's the plot? They don't tell you.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I have some friends who are super into musicals. And they've seen the Cats musical. they said that the choreography for the songs was completely changed. Apparently the guy who wrote Cats, he wrote a couple other Broadway musicals that have been adapted to film. They have not been very good adaptations. And
I heard
the icing on the cake about this Cats movie is it was supposed to be like a fully animated movie. Like it wasn't supposed to have any motion capture.
Oh yeah, I did hear this. Did you like? I did hear about that. How it was supposed to be an animated feature.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a regular animated feature, which would have been 100 times better than this Uncanny Valley bullshit that they're putting out now. And
it's so weird because, like, sorry, like, I don't mean to cut you off, but like, we go from like, we're in this area right now where CGI is so good, it's lifelike. Godzilla King the monsters felt like the monsters were there. Then you have like the Lion King, it looked amazing. But then you have like the fucking genie in Aladdin, Will Smith, and you have the Cats trailer, and you have the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, and it's just so uncanny. It's scary.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I just don't get it.
I mean, yeah, and the thing that I guess bothers me the most is how many big names are attached to this movie too. You've got Taylor Swift, James Corden, Taylor Swift, James Corden, Ian McKellen, Idris Elba. All these huge name actors are attached to this movie. Well, you know why they did it. It's all about that, money. But
plus, a lot of the actors for this movie are also singers too, like Taylor Swift, Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
But
God, it's just.
Can I read you this article? Like, it's not. This isn't Procurator Gazette, but this is like a snippet from an article.
Yeah.
I need to find it. I posted to Nick. This is from BuzzFeed News.
Oh God.
You know something's really bad when BuzzFeed News has to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Its title is FYI, even furries think the Cats trailer looks bad. And in quote, furries want something they can fuck or /fap to, and the Cats movie is not that, one furry said.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I don't know what really sucks? I think my brother told me this, but like you said, Crimson, it was supposed to be animated.
Mm-hmm.
The character designing was being done by the same person who did the character designing for Kung Fu Panda.
Really? That would have been awesome.
I saw look incredible, but I can't find them anymore. But they looked so good, and it makes me sad.
Kung Fu Panda has one of the best character designs for a 3D movie.
It's so pretty. Everything's so pretty in that movie. In those movies,
Kung Fu Panda is one of those series where like this. Kung Fu Panda is one of those rare instances where the sequels actually get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like I said, I guess on the one hand they're trying to, maybe they're trying to do like the kind of thing that they did with the stage musical, but even then, the stage musical, the costumes, those looked more like Cats than what these do.
The stage musical, I've seen pictures of the stage musical. I think my high school even did an adaptation of Cats. I could be wrong. I'll have to look that up. But all they really were was just, they wore like a onesie type of thing, and they had like makeup on.
But like I said, even then, the makeup and the costumes looked more like Cats than what this abomination looks like.
What they literally did is they used the Face app to like attach, like they used like a Snapchat like face swap thing.
Oh God,
that's what it looks like. That it looks like they took their face and they used like a face like app or like a camera app to apply their face onto like a still image of like a cat. That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
You can make out that's Jason Derulo. You can make out that's Taylor Swift. But you don't want to have to make out that's them. They should look like the things from like. They should look like the Na'vi or whatever they're called from Avatar. They're cat people, sure, and they kind of have human faces, but you can still kind of make out they're cats.
Yeah, it's because I don't know. It's
found one.
It's just awful, and I can't.
If this was like this should only work if it's a 3D animated movie like Kung Fu Panda.
Oh my Yeah, check spam quarter, Sparky. That's what.
I found one image. There was more though.
Yeah, it looks so much better. It looks like a Disney movie.
Yeah, that's.
It looks like Secret of Nim or something. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I fucking love all the character designs and fucking Kung Fu Panda and everything. I love this artist.
But then, they decide to go with this, like I said, Uncanny Valley, human face.
Bad idea.
Who's even doing this movie? Warner Brothers?
Because
this is definitely not a Disney movie, is it?
No, I doubt Disney.
Oh, it's Paramount. It's Paramount.
Paramount.
I think.
Hold on. Let's see.
Universal.
Universal's. God damn.
Yeah, Universal. It's Universal. You know this is just a cash-in on Disney's recent 3D movie craze.
But here's the thing. Universal is also the same studio that produced Cat in the Hat. So they should have people on hand.
God, that's so
fucking hell.
They could easily just put James Corden in a cat suit. It would have been good.
A cat suit?
Not that kind of cat suit.
Sorry, man, but what my interest is, that's a very different word.
Sparky, you should have chose different wording there.
What? I said cat suit.
Woohoo!
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I'm not saying like Catwoman. I mean like a fursuit, but like not a fursuit. It's like a onesie, like the suits they use in cats.
Like the suits they use in cats, or like the.
That's what I mean. I don't mean like some sort of like sexual outfit or like. I didn't say fursuit because with a fursuit that would imply they would have to wear a mask or something, right?
A fursuit.
Nah.
It's not a fursuit because it's not like a canine or like a feline mask that they have to wear over their outfit. I'm saying like a onesie looking thing that covers like a jumper or something that looks like the costume. If James Corden or Taylor Swift was in something like that, that would have been fine because like it's kind of like in the same vein as like Cat in the Hat. Sure, the Cat in the Hat costume was creepy, but it still looks like a cat. We'll be right back, and in the meantime, here is stage 3 from the Rocketeer game. Enjoy. That was stage 3 from the Rocketeer game for the NES. Speaking of superheroes, Avengers Endgame finally surpassed Avatar in terms of being the biggest box office hit of all time. Well, I mean, Gone with the Wind is still the biggest, but inflation. But Avengers Endgame surpassed Avatar finally. Took them quite a while, but they finally did it. And I'll put up on the screen the official message that James Cameron wrote, where he said, whatever that says in the Na'vi language, I see you, Marvel. Congratulations to Avengers Endgame on becoming the new box office king. And this is Jim Cameron, which is his name. James and Jim are interchangeable. What are your guys' thoughts of that? Avengers Endgame being new box office of all time, like biggest box office hit.
I think it's pretty cool, considering that even 15 years ago, superhero movies weren't really that big.
Yeah.
Now, 2019, everybody loves superhero movies. So, and I mean, even if the only reason why Avengers Endgame got to that spot is because they re-released the movie into theaters.
And it also kind of helped because they set up the movie 10 years in advance.
Yeah.
10 years of build up. If it was just an ordinary superhero movie, it would have never gotten this far.
Oh, absolutely not. And I mean, even when they were the second highest earning box office movie of all time, I mean that alone was incredible. Yeah.
Not only did they surpass Star Wars The Force Awakens and themselves, but they also surpassed Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. And James Cameron had to make statuses for both of these scenes because those are both his movies. Right? It's just kind of crazy. He's like, well, you guys surpassed the Titanic. I can't believe there's something that sunk the ship, right? And then now he has to make a new status about Avatar. It's just I will say that I think Avengers kind of they deserved it because they hyped it up for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they helped reinvent superhero movies as a whole.
Yeah.
And also, I can see why Avatar was so big back then, because no one at the time saw a movie that with the special effects and everything. But nowadays, you don't really hear people talking about Avatar as much. I don't remember anything that happens in the movie. I've seen the movie twice, maybe once or twice.
I saw the movie once. It was in an art class in middle school. But it was broken up throughout a week. So I didn't actually get to sit down and watch it as a whole, throughout the week. So I really don't remember much that happened in it. I probably should sit down and watch it as a whole again. Just because it's one of those movies that I feel like you need to sit down and watch it in its entirety, not broken up over a full week of classes.
Now, do you think that the same thing will happen to Avengers Endgame or not?
Possibly. See, well, here's the thing. Because James Cameron is going to be releasing a sequel to Avatar, but that's not due for another 3 years now or something like that.
I don't feel like the sequel to Avatar will break boundaries,
Yeah, because I mean, think about it.
He's also going to be doing it where each sequel is released yearly. So Avatar 2, then Avatar 3, then Avatar 4.
Right. See, Avatar was released in 2009.
Yeah.
And, they broke a lot of technological boundaries then. But that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, the sequel, when is that due?
It's supposed to be within the next couple of years, 2021, I think.
Yeah, 2021. So, I mean, with it being in 2021, I don't know if it will break as many boundaries as what the first movie did back in 2009. I have no doubt that it will be a good film with a good story, but technology wise, I think that's the big thing that got the first movie up to the #1 spot, was because it was such a breakthrough in computer graphics technology.
Yeah, with Avengers Endgame, it's because they spent 10 years telling a story, like over all the movies connect to each other, and this was supposed to be like that big moment where everything changes,
Right.
And I feel like Endgame will probably last a long time as the box office king, but at the same time I feel like it might be like Avatar, where it will get overtaken.
Oh, absolutely.
But there has to be something that deserving to break that title,
Oh yeah, well, the people aren't going to go and well, I mean, we see the power of Facebook events, but
Yeah.
I honestly don't think that someone will, if a movie's mediocre, I don't think anyone's really going to go and make it a box office hit. So, like you said,
I mean, we saw what happened with the Dark Phoenix movie. It got pulled from theaters. It didn't even make any of its money back, and because people found out how bad it was, the movie had to be rewritten 3 times and recasted. And the director felt so bad about it, he blamed it on himself. So, like, the people have the power to like make movies fail, by word of mouth. And we saw with Godzilla King the Monsters, critics hated it, but audiences loved it. And because critics hated it, people were like, okay, maybe we should see this movie then,
Yeah.
And so the people do have a power to make a movie not successful. But when you're on the levels of like Marvel, with how they handle like a cinematic universe, it's kind of hard to stop them. And it's kind of hard to copy them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because not to like completely shit on DC, but they're trying to do what Marvel's doing, but not really to the success that Marvel did it.
And it's a shame because, like, Wonder Woman was a good movie. Aquaman was so silly. It's so silly that it's not bad, but it's not good either.
Well, I mean,
like they've been getting better at their movies, but they're not going to reach the same quality that Marvel has.
And you mentioned Aquaman being silly. Well, yeah, because the character of Aquaman is so silly.
Silliness, itself.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about the age that Aquaman came from, it's a little hard to give him a serious, gritty movie like it is for Wonder Woman, Batman, or Superman. But that's neither here nor there.
And then Universal tried doing the same thing with the cinematic universe with The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
That movie was supposed to set up like this whole cinematic universe called the Dark Universe. And like the movie itself spent so much time focusing on like setting up the other monsters that it forgot it was a Mummy movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because like I actually kind of wanted to see Creature from the Black Lagoon in this like cinematic universe. That would have been awesome. A new vampire movie, like a new Dracula movie, that would have been cool. I mean, sure, we have a bunch of Dracula movies, but we haven't had one in recent years, to my knowledge. Yeah. And it's kind of funny, like thinking about this, that Universal was the one who started these like cinematic universes, and now they can't even compete with Marvel, like making a cinematic universe. I feel like if there's a movie that is going to break Avengers Endgame, it has to be unique and also be able to stand out on its own. I'm sure that maybe another Marvel movie will break Endgame.
Yeah.
But it won't be for a while.
Right.
And speaking of Marvel movies, there's that Phase 4 coming out. And looking at the roster, it feels like I'm open-minded about it. But I don't think it will be as good as what we had before. I did see Spider-Man Far From Home. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I really want to, though.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I actually didn't really want to see it, but I ended up seeing it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a friend was like, hey, you should come see it with me. I'm like, okay, and he bought my tickets. So it's like, I didn't pay for it. So, but I saw it. I thought it was good, but like, I felt like it wasn't as needed. Like, I felt like it was needed to establish Spider-Man, like as like dealing with Tony Stark, right?
Yeah.
But I felt like it's kind of missable, but also not at the same time. It's weird because I feel like with the new with Phase 4, it's not going to be as impactful as Iron Man, Captain America,
Right.
and like Endgame and stuff. I will still got a lot of money, but I don't think it's going to get as much hype.
Well,
I'm glad that they're introducing Blade, even though it's probably going to be a PG-13 movie. I'm glad that they're introducing more obscure superheroes. I'm glad they're getting more solo films, but I don't know if it's going to blast off from now, or if it's just going to kind of be there.
Well, I mean, also the thing that we kind of got to think about is, I don't know how much influence he had on the films, but Stan Lee is no longer with us.
Yeah.
So I think that might be another. Like I said, I don't know if him being like, he had the cameos, but I don't know how much creative influence he actually, or creative input rather, he had on those films.
Well, the Marvel CEO, he like the Marvel Comics CEO, he's the one who has like creative control over the movies.
Right.
So it's always kind of been his voice, along with the brothers. Forget their name, Russo brothers. They also have creative insight. And while they're still going to adapt like comics loosely into like the movies, I don't know. Like I feel like they're gonna get like burned out at the time. Like at some point, because they keep on releasing them like 4 or 5 a year.
Yeah.
And because these Phase 4 is happening, and you just see like, oh cool, there's like a female Thor movie, or there's going to be a Doctor Strange 2, or there's a Shang-Chi movie. It's like, okay, that's cool, but I don't know if it's going to get as much hype as like the Captain America movies did, or the Avengers movies did.
Especially with the fact that they kind of ended that era with a movie like Endgame.
Yeah,
it is going to be.
People expected that to be the end.
Right. But, I mean, not only that, with an ending to Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, I don't really know if that was an ending for Thor per se. But
it's not necessarily an ending to Thor because the new Thor movie is going to be about him passing the torch to his Jane Foster, I think that's her name.
Yeah. So I mean, that being said. So I guess Chris Hemsworth as Thor, basically.
Yeah, that's going to be the last time he's going to be Thor.
Yeah. So I mean, with it being the end, it's basically the end of an era, but it's going to be hard for the new era of Marvel films to be up to the standard that the other Marvel films were, and like I said, to the point of Endgame. I think it will be hard for them to build up the reputation that those ones had.
Don't get me wrong, I love Blade.
Yeah.
But I know that movie, it's not going to be as impactful as, say, Black Panther was.
Right. Yeah. I think that's a good way to say it, that they won't be as impactful as the films that we've had over the last 10 years. Way to put it.
We've been talking about this topic for too long. I wanted to touch on like a couple more things.
Yep.
Before we go, I want to talk about one more thing before we go on to a new segment, In the Kitchen with Crimson. It's a working title, but I thought I would introduce it because Crimson is a food fanatic, and he's also a chef. So I feel like he always he likes to share crazy things that are in the food industry, and it would be appropriate.
I wouldn't say that I'm a chef per se, but
you're qualified to be one, right?
I'm qualified to be a cook.
Cook, yeah. So I mean, yeah.
It's ranking thing. I work in a kitchen and I'm aspiring to be a chef. That's what we're saying. But,
yeah. So I mean, I feel like that you should be able to share about like crazy food stories, crazy workplace stories. I guess
Sounds good.
But I'm not. We're gonna wait on that. I wanted to touch on one thing that I found really crazy. I shared with Crimson earlier, and I wanted Nick to hear about it. This blew my mind. But you guys all know about Jake Paul.
Of course. How can you not know?
I had no idea about this, but I saw this on Snapchat like just yesterday or something. It freaked me out because when did this happen? Apparently, he's dating Tana Mongeau. Tana Mongeau, Mongoloid. I don't know.
Mongoose.
But yeah, Spur, you there?
Uh-huh.
All right. So I found out that not only has he been dating Tana Mongeau for like 2 months or so. They're engaged. And they're planning on getting married in 4 days. Now, I found this crazy because one, I didn't know they were dating. I thought that Tana Mongeau was still dating Bella Thorne, the ex-Disney star. But two, because they're getting married, it feels like it's going to be because of their reputation of being vloggers and doing clickbaity stuff. I feel like it's going to be like a fake out. They're building this up as a way to get views, right? And do you guys think that they're actually going to get married? And if not, do you think that like they're just doing this for the views, for the attention?
Absolutely. If they actually do get married on the 20th of July, I will be genuinely surprised.
It's already been the 20th. I mean the 20.
I said 28th.
Oh, I think it's the 20th.
I heard 20th.
I heard 20th. Sorry. Yeah, if they get married on the 28th, I too will be surprised. I'm just gonna wait until how long it takes for them to divorce, because you don't date someone for 2 months and then want to marry them,
and then decide to get married.
Yeah,
days later.
Like not to go into your personal life, Crimson, but you've been dating your fiance for 5 years.
Yeah. And we got engaged after 2.
You proposed to her after 2. That's normal because you have that time to like actually get to know them.
Yeah.
But part of me also thinks that maybe because we live in an age where all you have to do is a simple Google search and you can find about people, and because they're such famous like YouTube personalities, maybe they know each other more than we think. But still, 2 months getting married, that's crazy.
That's the thing. When you live with someone, it changes like
your perspective
of them. So that's the thing. Even if she like moved in right after they started dating and they've been living together for 2 months, that's not enough time to know you're going to work out with someone.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows? They could have a long-lasting, happy relationship, but there is a big chance, knowing the fact that these two are clickbaity vloggers on YouTube. It's possibly, there's a high possibility that's going to be a fake out, but there's also, maybe this is something they're going to be genuine about. I don't know. I doubt it. It
feels like they're going too fast. And if they're going too fast purposely for views, that's going to be that's the scummiest thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
I mean, not the scummiest thing you could ever do, because his brother Logan did worse, but it's still pretty scummy.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, quick update. So, as we're recording this segment, Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau actually got married, and we're recording this now because I've been slacking on the episode and totally forgot about the marriage being a thing, even though we talked about it in this episode. So we thought we would give a quick update in our reactions to it. So Crimson,
yeah,
what are your reactions about this marriage actually happening?
Well, I said that I really wouldn't care if it actually did happen.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm surprised that it is a legitimate marriage, but at the same time, I really don't care. Like I said, we were all expecting it to be some kind of clickbait bullshit that they were pulling, but nah, I guess they're married.
they tied the knot. I wasn't expecting it. I actually completely forgot about the whole thing until you sent me the article this morning. We won't read out the article, but it does get pretty juicy. I wanted to quick tell you about what my girlfriend's reaction was because I was hanging out with her today. We were at the bank. She was just like scrolling through Snapchat and it was like all over like Snapchat, like the news section.
Jesus.
And we were just like in the car, like on the way, and we were just like she was saying that she thought the whole marriage thing was gonna be like a clickbait thing, like we thought, because she knows like the reputation Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau have. She watches Tana Mongeau, but she knows that Tana Mongeau has the reputation of lying and being clickbait. I think she watches Tana, but like she knows that these type of vloggers live the lifestyle where their whole life is about making up stories and clickbait stuff for money and views. So they're a match made in heaven, in a way, right? And seeing her reaction as we're like waiting for her turn at the bank, or just going through Snapchat reading articles how they actually tie the knot. She was just like, "Wow, I can't believe they actually did it," type of thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, that is what it is. You know, it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf. You know, these people pull so much strange bullshit that when something like this does happen, you kind of don't expect it to be. Yeah, no one believes it. But I guess it happened. I guess legally they're married. So
can we talk about the fight that broke out during his marriage, like his wedding?
See, I heard about that, but I didn't look too much into it.
Apparently, someone threw wine, like a wine glass, at Tana's dress, and Jake Paul was like, "What the fuck?" And then like a brawl broke out. That's all I know. I don't know all the details, but I know a brawl broke out. And on one hand, I wasn't expecting that. Then again, I wasn't expecting the whole marriage to actually be a thing. On the other hand, it sounds like something that would happen at a Team 10 themed wedding.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I wanna wish them all the best, but 3 months is just too soon to tie the knot.
Yeah.
But I know that like their whole life is recorded on the internet, so they probably know about each other more than we know them. You know what I mean? Like we live in an age where dating starts online, and you can find any information about a person at the tip of your palms. Mm-hmm. So, and since Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau live their lives on the internet and their entire presence is online, it makes sense that they would like get together because they're rich, they're famous, and they're vloggers. It's perfect. But you got to keep in mind that they've only been living together for 3 months. That's not enough time to really like see how a person is like behind closed doors.
Oh, absolutely.
And then for them to tie the knot so soon, I feel like it's not going to last. But I want to wish them the best, even if they are scummy people.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I mean, I like to think of myself as a good person, and even if, no matter how much I dislike someone, you know, I would never wish them failure or anything like that. So, I mean, like you said, you know, I wish them well, but, you know,
I just don't see it working.
Yeah, but who knows? They could be together for the rest of their lives, basically.
And my girlfriend told me that, because like I was surprised that Tana Mongeau was dating Jake Paul. She told me that she broke up with Bella Thorne recently, and she rebounded to Jake really quickly. So that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But you know, I won't judge him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, I mean, we're kind of judging them, but at the same time, it's more out of concern than actual like being like jealous or pessimistic or something.
Oh, absolutely, because like I said, or we said, whoever said it, I check this shit. But anyway, you know, it was said their entire reputation, and with them being so young, I mean, Jesus Christ, Jake is a year younger than I am, and Tana's 2 years younger than I am. So these are people who are younger than I am.
You're 24, right?
I'm turning 23 next week.
Why did I think you were 24? Sorry.
I don't know, but Jake's 22, Tana's 21. So these are people who are very close to me in age. And I mean, for people, it doesn't matter how rich and famous you are. For people that young to get married that quickly, statistics show that's probably going to fail at some point. Whether it be 1 year from now or 5 years from now, they might not be together for the duration of their lives.
And I'm actually surprised there's not as much YouTube drama over a controversy or like people talking like you don't see like Leon Lush or Pyrocynical or Philip DeFranco, maybe Philip DeFranco, but like probably like the only person I can see see them talking about this is Philip DeFranco, but like any other YouTube commentary channel who live off of hating on like Jake Paul or making fun of them or like talking about them, they haven't said a word about this. And that's why I didn't know, because like I watch those kind of channels. I watch Pyrocynical, I watch Leon Lush, I watch Drew Gooden and all them. I'm not trying to promote them or anything, but like I'm just surprised there's not as much buzz going around over this.
Maybe they want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they actually were getting married before talking shit about it.
I guess, but this would be something that they would talk about to get the YouTube revenue.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know.
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess like to send us off, I do think that I wish them the best of luck, even if they are not the best of people. I am just as you and my girlfriend are shocked this even has happened. So, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. If you want to have any last words,
nope, that's pretty much all I have to say about it myself.
Then we're gonna just end this, and that's really all we gotta say.
All right.
So
cool.
We're gonna change the topic. I think we've delved too long on these two topics, so I wanted to end this episode on Crimson's in the kitchen with Crimson. That's fine.
Yeah, for now. We'll
the working title.
We'll iron it out as time goes on.
Okay.
Yeah, that works as our working title. So, I mean, this is just something that I found interesting. I haven't had the opportunity to try it because the Facebook post was just made yesterday about it. So, I don't know how fast stores are going to have this in stock, but Mars, the company that makes Snickers, Twix, Three Musketeer bars, and M&Ms, and quite a few other candies, have come out with 2 chocolate milks, one flavored like Twix, one flavored like Snickers. And I mean, I myself, personally, I love both those candy bars. I think that they're some of the best candy bars that you can buy. So I'm excited to try them as soon as I can get my hands on them, but I guess I just want to know what you guys think of a chocolate milk flavored like Snickers or Twix.
I mean, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I'm lactose intolerant, and every time I drink chocolate milk, I get bad reactions. So I don't know how I would like it. But it's weird because it's diluted. You think because it's diluted enough, it would be fine, but it's weird. I think it has to do with the milk itself, not necessarily the chocolate syrup added. But
yeah,
I don't eat a lot of candy to really have a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know what my opinion would stand, but I'm open to it. I think it will be okay. I don't know if you would really be able to taste like the peanuts or anything, but peanuts, maybe the caramel, but not the peanuts. And this is Twix, right? And Snickers.
Yeah, Twix and Snickers. So that.
Okay, yeah. I think you'll be able to taste that. Maybe I'm betting it's going to be like a faint taste, maybe like an aftertaste type of deal.
Yeah.
I'm open to it. Maybe I'll try it if I don't get a bad reaction to it. But it's certainly one of the most normal things I've heard from recently from talking about like food. companies doing stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there will be more like ballistic shit that comes up in the next few weeks. So I guess we kind of want to start this off kind of tame and see where things go from there.
Yeah. Nick, you there?
Yeah. Hi.
What's your opinion on this milk thing?
What?
You weren't paying attention, were you?
No.
Okay. That's not. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
We're gonna end this episode. It's been another episode of ZapCast. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys were paying attention on Spur here.
Wow. Okay, Dad.
If you like this video, be sure to like the video, subscribe. Join our Facebook page that's posted in below, and we'll see you guys next episode. It's been Command Sparky signing out. Peace.